What up, mother lovers? Apparently we've had some inquiries into why we haven't put up any content lately, and oh boy, have we had a lot going on. I Some of you may know I recently started with a new insulin pump. That was a harrowing experience, getting even just a functional pump. I'll talk about that in a different video, but that's a big, huge thing to get used to. The good news is I super love it. I'm doing really great with it. We're learning each other, but I'm doing well. It's super duper cool because I can just, look at my blood sugar all the time. I don't know if you can see that. But here it is. Super neat. Very cool. And I love it. Then we had, April 6th was Scott's birthday. He turned 34. April 7th was our 11th wedding anniversary. And then April 8th was my 32nd birthday. We got a side-by-side so that we could put a bench seat and then some little car seats in there for our 2-year-old twins, Brooks and Cypress, to ride along with us. And then our older kids will ride either dirt bikes or 4-wheelers or what have you. And then Scott, my husband, he will ride like a dirt bike, and then my brother will ride any one of the myriad of vehicles that he has. I forget what it's called. It's cute. It's fun. We had everything set up. We were going to go on a camping trip, but we had everything ready, which is no small feat. We had our little fridge packed. My brother has like an electric cooler, I guess. It's really neat. So we had that packed and our meals planned, and I had everything for myself and our 7 kids all packed up and ready to go. And we got up on Saturday and we were we were getting everyone their showers, their baths, and getting little tidbits wrapped up. And Casey and Scott were outside packing up all the vehicles onto the trailer. And we installed a trailer hitch on our van because we needed to be able to carry everything. And Casey ran in the house to get me and said I needed to go outside right then. And I don't know what had happened. It was, kind of an odd thing. But it turns out Scott and Casey were riding around in the road a little bit too crazily. And Scott was driving and he turned too quickly, and Casey was ejected from the vehicle. And Scott got his foot crushed and his hand crushed. So I had to rush him to urgent care. And it turns out he broke the tip of his finger, and it was, had ridiculous lacerations. It's really oogie. I'm going to put up some pictures. And then we had to take him to an orthopedic doctor for that, as well as his foot. And the orthopedic doctor had him get a CT scan of the foot because they were worried with the crush injury that it had spread. I guess the tendons had spread too far away and he was going to need a screw in it. But thank goodness he doesn't. So it's just this really crazy, like, stormtrooper looking boot situation. And his finger is all taped up until it heals. And the best part is he hi babe.
Oh, you want to talk?
Yeah, sure. He super glued it. What the heck? He super glued it. And then we went to went to urgent care. So the doctors and nurses had to figure out what the heck to do. And they actually used, it's like the coolest thing ever. I was hoping they would leave it in the room so I could abscond with it. They used an antibiotic eye ointment. And I took a picture because, Scott glues injuries closed on himself all the time. And I might need to be able to get it off again. So yes, here's the boot. Can you see it, Peyton?
It's an Aircast.
An Aircast. It's really cool. It like pumps up and...
I went to work with crutches.
Yeah. No, it doesn't smell. And it's important.
I clean it.
Yeah.
I clean it.
He cleans it.
I clean it.
All right. So anyway, our kids were super upset. We're a one-income family with our 7 kids. And so he's kind of just had the help of another car medic. Thank you, Jared. Thank you, Brad, for anything you've done. But yeah, kind of scary. Glad he doesn't need surgery.
I just wanted to pop in and show my cool stuff. I'm going.
All right.
Pizza,
so yeah.
Pizza time.
Okay. It's pizza night here in the Rowe household. All right. So yeah, the accident. What else? Okay. Yeah. While I was there at the orthopedic doctor, I have trigger thumbs, and you can see this thumb bends really well. This one doesn't anymore. So in June, after Scott's healed up from his accident, I'm going to have some trigger thumb surgery to fix this because I would like my range of motion back. And as a mom of 7 kids, I need the use of my hands. So yeah, we have that going on. The other thing we have going on is we have 2-year-old twins, Brooks and Cypress. And Brooks, we have noticed recently, doesn't always respond to sound. I can crinkle like a candy wrapper in both of their ears, and Brooks does not respond in the typical way to that stimuli. So I had Scott call over to their nurse practitioner's office, who we absolutely adore. She is the best ever. And they referred us to a place to have his hearing checked. Now, if it's not his hearing, it's possible that he might be autistic, but nothing, I wouldn't say it's profound. He's also on a wait list, like a really long wait list, and he's been on one for several months for speech therapy because he's not speaking in the way that I would expect him to be by this age. Now that said, Peyton, who is almost 13, she was 18 months old and said, "Mommy, my head hurts. I need some acetaminophen." And we didn't have TV. So, her speech was incredible. I mean, like genius level incredible. And then Sammy's was not because he had a lot of ear infections and he couldn't hear a lot, and hearing is important for development. And then all of our other kids have been somewhere in between. No one is as quick as Peyton. And then I think Brooks would be probably the slowest to develop his speech. But anyway, we're checking out his hearing. If it's not his hearing, we're going to have to look into some other causes. And then we're on a wait list for speech therapy. So we're doing that on Tuesday. I'm really curious to see what the result of that will be. I do not think he is completely deaf because he says simple things like zoom, zoom, zoom when he's driving a car around, mama, dada, go. He said some sentences, ball, he loves ball. But these are things I would expect of, like a 1-year-old, not a 2-year and 5-month-year-old to be saying. So anyway, we're having that looked at. This might be an interesting thing to look back on one day. Autism isn't, I would be really surprised. He's very social. He loves affection. He gives kisses. He gives hugs. He plays normally. He doesn't extremely focus on only one thing like the wheels of a car or anything that I've heard autism to be. So while it's possible, I'm not thinking that's what it is right now. But if it is, that'll be what it'll be. And we will get through it. The other thing is in the middle of all this, Scott had to go to Illinois, which is quite a far drive. I don't know, 12, 13 hours, 14, I'm not sure, for some training, which I wasn't super comfortable with because we had to delay him getting his COVID vaccine because he had to get a tetanus shot. Oh, I forgot that. With his crush injury, he had to be on oral antibiotics for 10 days. He had to get an antibiotic shot in his bum, and he had to get a tetanus shot in his arm. And good Lord, is that man a baby when it comes to shots. But anyway, because of those shots, he was unable to get his COVID vaccine, and that was really unfortunate because he hobbled all the way into the SMAX vaccination site here in Maryland, and then he had to hobble his way back out, and he'll have to do it again. But anyway, I was hoping he would be able to do that before his trip, but he was not able to because of the tetanus shot that he had just had. I had mine, and I'm getting my second one Thursday, I believe. So, woohoo, that's exciting. I don't really care whether you believe in vaccines or not. We usually get them. So, anyway, that's how it is. Bye, mother lovers.